Hello Aries, this is your channel messages for the 14th of October to the 20th of October. Aries, the Emperor. How you doing? Let's go ahead and go into your reading. Aries, I have no channel messages for you, so we're going to just see what the cards has to say. You can go and tell. Listen to me. Listen to me. Listen to me. I came into the studio of YouTube and I said, listen, I'm here to make history. And that's exactly what I'm here to do. I'm here to make history. Let's go ahead and go into your reading. Aries, the Emperor. First card out is a Nine of Swords. Now, I'm not sure if someone making history is making you have insomnia. The Nine of Swords, you can't sleep. I'm getting anxiety. This could be something is being in the making. I'm getting you're like, no, not yet. It's not supposed to be this way. I don't know. This could be Aries, you're the magician also. So this could be putting somebody under high level magic. I'm getting you never expect somebody to wake up, or you never expect something to start this early, Aries. I'm getting you saying, I'm getting you have somebody confused. I was going to say pegged. That was the word I was going to say, Aries. We have a Sun card and we have the Ace of Swords. Okay, so Aries, I'm getting a positive pregnancy test. Or I'm getting, if you were in a race, competition with an Aries, I'm getting the Aries going to drop out. There's a pregnancy test here. I'm getting a positive pregnancy test. I'm getting it's a baby, yeah. I'm getting a 1 month pregnant. I'm getting something about 1 month. It could be a week. I don't know if your body that is sensitive to detect it a week. Well, pregnancy test can detect it 3 days, right? So yeah. So I'm getting you worrying about your career. Maybe you're worrying about the father. Maybe you're saying I'm not ready. I'm not sure. This could also be Aries. You're scared to tell somebody that you have a child. I see a guy on a dating show. He said, "I have kids." You have kids, yeah. Was like, oh. And then he was like, yeah, 2 baby moms. I'm like, oh, my brother, whoa, my brother. What the fuck is that 2 baby mother? Then him same kids is 15 and 17. Brody, you don't have kids, you have roommates. That's our roommates. That's not the kids. Kids is toddlers. Kids is the people, the ones you have to watch. You have roommates, 17, 15. Brody, you have roommates. It's not kids. I live with 2 roommates, yeah, they're younger than me. They came from my balls. That's what you live with. I don't know if this is, I'm getting something about you're scared to tell somebody you're pregnant. You're scared that somebody going to leave. But Aries, this is your reading. So Aries, the Emperor, this could be something about a businessman or a big successful man who was having sex with you. The Magician, him get you pregnant. I'm getting him not going to take care of you. Him don't want to be with you. So now you're supposed to have a baby for a man you was having sex with. And that's the story of the child, basically, right? But I'm getting, maybe you're scared to tell somebody else that you got somebody else pregnant. I'm getting something about a baby. I see you talking to an older lady about this situation. It could be a mom, alright, or an older person you're confiding. We have a 7 of Swords. We also have the Justice card. I'm also getting something about a lie, about an adoption. A lie. I'm getting something about to rename a child or a baby. Something about a baby's name is a lie. That's not the name of the baby. I'm getting something about like government and documents. I'm getting documents, courtroom, something about the name of the baby. Something about what the baby was legally named as. Now this could be somebody don't have a birth certificate, but them have a certificate of name. Because me getting, if somebody birthday, because me getting, okay, for example, this could also be, when was the child born? Me getting you ask somebody when the child born and them can't tell you. And then when you go back to say, okay, can we confirm this story? It can't confirm. So this could be a lie about who your father is. Maybe your mother did rename you and hide you from your father. Maybe you were hidden. Maybe you were stolen as a child from a woman. She had psychiatric problems, but she had a beautiful baby. And maybe a woman who wanted a baby, or a woman who wanted to trick a man that she was pregnant, to steal you from this woman. So maybe, I don't know, maybe you're the type of woman people just always refer to you as, you're mad, you're crazy, Other people do weird shit and you see other people do weird shit and you never say they're crazy. You never hear them say these people are mad or psychologically unstable. Me getting something about your mother. Or so, me getting when they took you from your mother went mad. But me getting something about the judicial system is a lie. Something about the name is a lie. Or again, maybe somebody... Now, if you have a birth document, somebody can claim your name. If you have a document of naming, somebody... It's like you're trying to... Okay, usually when a baby is born, they're registered at birth with a name. Now, for ask mothers who have done this. For some reason, there's babies in the system and the babies were not named at the time of birth. The babies have a birth. When you go into the registry and look it up, you will see the documentation, or you'll see when the child was born, if the child was a boy or a girl. But you will see the mother who was admitted into the hospital, but you won't see the name. Now, I don't know why after 9 months of being pregnant, the mother wouldn't name you. Unless you weren't her kid. I'm getting some about theft. Some about you. I'm getting like maybe they've been looking for you. This could also be me getting something about that's not a baby, it's an adult. Me getting the name was given to me getting the name get given to baby. Like you give this name to a girl when she turned 18, the other person get the same name. Them me getting something about babies and this name that's going around. But me getting something about that's not your real name. You might find out that's not your real birthday. But me getting is either the emperor is inquiring about this baby, or me getting the emperor me getting somebody scared for telling that a baby's on the way. The Knight of Swords clarified by the Four of Cups. I'm getting you saying you don't want a child. So you don't want a child as in you're not ready, or you don't want a child as in termination of pregnancy. Because you have the Nine of Swords. You'll go through this for 9 months. Then we have the Ace of Swords. That means you're 1 month pregnant. No, the abortion clinic is open in Canada. Therefore, nobody can talk to you about abortion rights. But at the same time, if you're going to do abortion, be conscious about it. You're at 1 week. There's 9 of Swords, Ace of Swords. You have 9 months. You're going to wait till 9 months to decide you don't want it. You're going to wait till 5 months. You're 1 month along. You need to decide now. Because 1 will turn to 2, 2 will turn to 3. And the more the time go up and the more the baby grow. And then at 7 months, 8 months, you don't want baby. And the baby develop. You couldn't figure that out in month 1, or was the man treating you good? I'm getting you saying you don't want it. You don't want a baby. You don't want a responsibility. You just don't want it. The Ten of Pentacles. Maybe come with a lot of money. Maybe the Aries is telling you, hey, can you have my kid? I'll give you a lot of money. I'm getting you saying, so you might tell me that no and then don't give me money later. Because I'm getting someone else who would be very happy if you're pregnant. I'm getting you saying you don't want me pregnant. The Sun card is clarified by the Queen of Swords, yeah. I'm getting you harsh. You're a very harsh person. It's not only that you get pregnant and carrying a baby. How you gonna talk to the baby? You're gonna be harsh with the baby? It's not everybody who get pregnant is nurturing. Look how much women never breastfeed. Look how much women have AIDS and get pregnant and them cannot breastfeed. That you never nurture. The baby grow by nature. By fucking Nestle formula. That's what the baby grew up on. Look how much mothers do that. Look how much big hard-working women in them 40s who go to sperm banks, go pick them donor and get pregnant because them in them career and them don't want man. Them don't breastfeed. Them have to go back at work. Them a pump milk in the night, put it there, and then go back to work. Them not bond with the child that way, even though them have the kid. So yeah, I'm getting something about this child, this baby, or I'm getting something about your birthday. We're going to find out your birthday. That's not your birthday. The Seven of Swords, clarified by the Nine of Wands. Yeah, I'm getting something about your name or your birthday was stolen. Aries, I'm getting you trying to figure this out. Maybe you're seeing a bit. So this could be 2 things. You have a real name and a real date of birth. And then you were changed to something else. And because you can't confirm this person, them can't confirm is you. Or me getting something about, I don't know, man. You're saying you just don't, you're getting, you're saying no, you don't want this kid. We have a judgment card, and we also have the star card, yeah. Maybe people look, yeah, maybe it's with a Gemini. You're getting a very career focused right now. Maybe you're not married and you get pregnant. You'll be very surprised. A lot of women who did go around talking shit about women who were in relationships for long periods of times and never got a ring. You'll be very surprised to see how them, like, look on all of these like baddies in Hollywood. Look on Alexa Sky, who's she a baddie. Look on people like, what she did, Masika? Not Masika. Not Masika. Masika. Look on them girl there, where they end up get pregnant. But then what is real is top girls. All of the man them are run them down. But then you get pregnant for a guy and then it's just like, I feel like you're more liberated. You could be dealing with a Libra. You're getting somebody who's more liberated. They don't believe in that. I kind of want to say somebody does not believe in tying them karma with nobody else. Like, I'm getting the vision of you saying, I'm not going to have a kid and then the kid come out bad and then I have to show up at court every day watching my kid go through trial. If I really, I don't know, I feel like you're saying if I really love my kid, I want to bring my kid here. If I really, Mom, why you have all of us and we're poor? Mom, why are we not rich? I'm getting you saying, like, if you know what, if I really love my kid, I love my kid so much, I don't even want him to be here. I don't want him to experience this. The fuck? I don't want him to go through this type of shit, this type of hazing, this type of initiation, this type of fucking fluoride in your fucking water, this type of shit. You know why a kid go through that? Because you're not gonna have it. I don't know. Would you rather have a kid and make it suffer or never have a kid at all? Rogers Internet can provide you with that question. With Rogers, upgrade to XP Internet for a low plan. Rogers, making sure the Canadians are hacked. Okay, let's go and get some of these cards. Aries, I'm getting you're trying to figure out something about somebody. Maybe you're trying to figure out if somebody have a kid. And make it to look on them body, inside out, literally. And you're saying she have a kid. But make it think somebody's, it's like you're seeing that somebody had a kid. But yeah, check physical. But you know, see the kid around them never ever talk about the kid. You see no pictures, no videos of this kid. But people say, yeah, them have a kid. And but you look on them body, you're looking on them and you say, but them, how you have a kid and you live so free? There's no guilt in your heart. Like, I'm getting you trying to figure out if somebody actually have a kid. Maybe you're trying to figure out if the kid is for this woman. I don't think so. We have Lilith. Yeah, I don't think so. Adam's first wife, destruction of children. Yeah, I don't think that's the kid. Or I'm getting the story of Adam, the story of Eve cheating on Adam, but they moved on with humanity. Lilith never cheated, but she never had kids. Some girl had 5 abortions and still have kids. So, I don't know what to tell you. We have Astaroth, uncovering secrets, Grand Duke of Hell, lust, vanity, and temptation. And we have CIA. So I don't know what this is. Maybe the CIA needs to make you fall the fuck off because you're talking a little. You're doing a lot of this and not enough of this. You're doing a lot of this and not enough of this. That's what the fucking the CIA is. You're doing a lot of this and not enough of this. That's what the CIA is expected to do. I'm getting somewhat a kid. Is that the next plan? Is that the next whole Tanya? We can't use a guy. She ain't lesbian. We can't use a girl, but man can use a child. And just so you know, this message is sponsored by Rogers. Rogers Network. Roger, make sure Rogers. Yeah, so niggas taking over. Word in the street, because you know, according to y'all, niggas can't read, so the word wouldn't be in the newspaper. Yeah, niggas taking over. And we want people to know that, yeah, niggas only, black people only, You will not come into the establishment. You can't come into the group. You will not be able to come into the theater unless you're accompanied by a... You have to be accompanied by a black person. And we just want people to know that if you thought you were going to get invited to the barbecue because you have a black child, well, guess what, sweetie? You are invited, but make sure the child is not adopted. We were getting too many applications of Caucasian people and Asian people with black kids. So we no longer accept adoption via getting into the group. And you know, we have to talk about fairness, because all of these white people were adopting black kids and the white kids were not being adopted. You don't think there's homeless white kids? How come the United Nations never give you no picture of any starving white kids? Why United Nations? If all of the nations them unite, majority of them probably would have been Chinese, not white. Anyways, the point I was trying to make is, you don't think there's homeless white kids? You don't think there's white kids in the system adopting? Yeah, so because of that, they kept adopting black kids, and the white kids and the Asian kids, they weren't getting adopted. So if you think you're going to adopt a black kid and use them as a handbag, you're wrong. The only way you're going to get into this club, you have to be a fucking one. And they better be black. Anyways, a story on that note. Also, the topic of discussion was if what's your name, Tyler, was black. Bro, she come from South Africa, not even North. We the North. She never even come from North Africa. She come from South Africa and still question that she black. You want to know if somebody black? Okay, here's the thing. You do know that not all black people did pick cotton, right? Go pick cotton, bitch. Why you don't pick out the ticks out of your mother pussy? Why no man don't want fuck her? Sweetie, not all black people did pick cotton. You didn't know that? Some did pick wheat. See, the African Americans did pick cotton. They pick cotton. Cotton grew there. And I don't know who was buying cotton that. I don't know what the fuck white people was doing with cotton. Why them needed a whole ton of black niggas on a boat crossing a blood clot ocean for pick cotton. You didn't need all of it for pick cotton. Who was buying cotton? Was it fur or was it fucking cotton? Was it Hudson's Bay? Was it cotton? So you all of it pick cotton? None of it not fish? None of it not build house? You're telling me you had thousands and thousands of niggas where you take cross blood clots Africa for pick cotton? Who are buying the cotton? White people? What wanna do with the cotton? When they eating it? When they using it as what were people doing with cotton in the slavery days? Why slaves had to pick cotton? You ever think about that? So them never there building a house. Them not cook and clean. Unless the white man did have sex with a black girl outside. So what the fuck was these slaves doing? Picking cotton. Who was buying cotton that much? Why did they need slaves? And they tell you the story, the slave who did pick the least amount of cotton would get whipped. Who was buying so much cotton? Now let me tell you about black people in Jamaica or the Caribbean. So African Americans come from Africa. Now they have a term called Afro-Caribbeans, which is the African slaves who came to the Caribbean and then did end up reproduce with Caribbean people, right? Okay, great. In Jamaica, we did pick cane. Cane. You know cane? Do I have a piece of cane here? Let me look if I have cane. I do. So while that rat pussy smelling bitch going to talk about you need to pick cotton, you're doing great. What's her name? All I ever asked was for you to pick up the phone and call me. All I ever asked was, you're doing great, ma'am. What's your name? Summer Walker. Jamaicans did pick this. We did pick cane. If you don't know what cane is used for, it's used for molasses. It's also used for rum. Because a lot of white people were crossing the ocean to buy rum. They was trading rum. Yeah, I understand not trade cotton. Yeah, but who did need so much cotton in slavery days? At least when we did up on the blood clot Appleton estates and we had reap blood clot sugar cane, it was turning into rum. The rich, the sailors, the pilots, even pirates used to thief rum from Jamaica. They used to thief all type of shit. So this is what we did though. We weren't cotton picking hoes. We weren't tampon using bitches. We had pick blood clot sugar cane, molasses. Molasses with that blood clot pick. So that is a diversity in slavery. You go see a black girl and be like, oh, go pick cotton, bitch. You mean the same cotton your mother putting up in her pussy every single cycle and calling it a tampon and having that bloody cotton inside of her for 12 fucking hours like a blood clot security shift? So let me enlighten something that your racism KKK cult didn't know. This is what we pick. You throwing cotton balls, bitch. You throwing cotton balls and you think it's funny, bitch? Remember looking at your blood clot face with a piece of cane. We picked sugar cane. That's a diversity. So I don't know what's happened, but CIA doesn't like it. Oh, also in Apicus reading, I was talking about Edward Siaga, something about Siaga. Anyways, we're going to leave it here. 2 more, we'll leave it here. We have Azazel, teaches humans the art of war and cosmetics. We have Beelzebub, gluttony, corruption, and influence by earthly desires. I also want to say something else while we're on this topic before I close. Misconception of number 13s. Okay, make I say something. I don't know if there's an astrologer that read a number 13 chart and they predicted that 13 will commit suicide in their lifetime. No, because you're a fucking retard, you might not know that when you have birth dates, it comes from your past life. It don't come from your future self. The reason why 13s are born 13s is because in a past life they committed suicide. In a past life, them focused upon money. Them never had love. Them would have focused upon care, riches, gluttony, wealth. They were 13s. Them never care about them soul. So now somebody see a birth chart as a 13. Yeah, this lifetime that bitch gonna waste shit. Yeah, that bitch evil. Yeah, that bitch gonna die of suicide. Sweetie, that's the last lifetime. You're born into this one. 13 that come from your last life. It not come from your future self. Don't you read the future? How you read the future? You have to know what the past is. That's why you ask for your birthday. You're 30 odd going to an astrologer. Why the astrologer have to ask you about 30 years ago? Because it mattered. So your birthday in this lifetime is coming from whatever you go through last lifetime. So using myself as an example, for all you astrologers who don't know fuck. So usually 13s in the last life, them would have either have, those were the issues. Them either did dead by suicide, them either did dead by some type of overdose. Also, they would have been the ones for be with mistresses, to married men with a lot of money who never ever did spend time with them. They was always alone. Those were the ones, we were the ones who indulge in alcohol, all type of drugs. In the Capricorn, the devil. That's what we're doing in our last life. That's why we come out this life as a 13. The karma for your 13 is you don't focus on the money. Don't focus on the job what the man have. Do not focus, even if the man have money and he might treat you shitty. You have to walk away from it. Because you have to repeat the same thing in this life. You have to deal with a married man in this life again. That's why you might be drawn to certain things. So yeah, I said, where does that come from? Why am I feel so comfortable with it? Because you did it in the past life. What's your birth number? It's very important to know how to read these things. So 13s, they was overindulged in a lot of things. Food, maybe them did have health problems. Because them never watch them food, them overindulge. Them never have happiness. Them have to share them man in a past life. Or they were with men who had to keep them hidden. So I'm just saying, while we're on the topic, CIA, I'm just saying, if you're number 13 like myself, somebody may have read your birth chart saying that you would have committed suicide. Getting somebody read before you were born. So, I mean, she's a cute girl, you know, but you know, cute next to gorgeous, you know, I mean, gorgeous is gonna, you know, devour cute. I'm going to leave it here, Aries, the Emperor. I hope you find out what the name of that child is. Maybe somebody has your name and you don't know why. I'm going to leave it here until next time. Bye.